What's up, everybody? We're back. Friday Night Live. If you haven't already, please make sure you share to your Facebook page, share to your groups, share to Funko groups, gaming groups, geek groups, wherever you can. Share away. Let's let everyone know that we're back. And I'm here with my co-host.
Hey guys, it's the beautiful Soul Ray. Did you miss me? Did you miss me? Because I missed you, beautiful people.
I know I missed everybody. You know what? This was hard for me to stream today.
Yeah?
Yeah, I've been a little down. I've had a lot going on, and it's good to get back and get to talk to everybody. I think it will help my mood.
That's good. That's good. That's good.
Let's see who's all on. We got Colin on, Brittany on, Austin on, and I think Michael took away the scammer.
That's
there was
good.
a scammer on.
We have Noah Dinkley on.
Yes, Alex came on. We got Philip with me tonight. Tia's on a girls' trip. So we have the little one with me.
She went to Comic-Con without you?
No, Comic-Con's over.
I'm
She's on at a beach house with her girlfriend. So,
Ooh.
I guess Philip is taking Mike's spot today. Philip, you want to come sit in the chair over here? You can come sit on the chair over here.
Come on.
No, next to Alex.
You wanna
Look,
sit next to me?
where Mike usually sits.
We can get you mic'd up. There we go. I've been
Soul Ray
wanting to
needs-
interview for like...
Look right here.
Buddy, over here.
Yeah, you can sit
There
right
we
there.
Yeah?
So let's see. Austin Sheets is on. Brittany's on. James
I
Yates.
can play with that, but you gotta
Oh,
come
they
up,
getting-
you gotta talk with me.
Oh, they're getting strippers, Joe. Who knows? Who knows? There's gonna be, I'm sure, lots of drinks there. So I don't. Where are you going, buddy? You're not gonna. He probably went to go get a dinosaur to show off.
Probably.
No, that's what I'm guessing. How do you like the new look,
I noticed, man, like the what's
Mr.
his
Clean?
name? I wouldn't say Mr. Clean.
Yeah, because he doesn't have a beard.
But it looks like you're really mad that your intern couldn't build an Iron Man suit when Tony could do it with a box of scraps. Like that's the vibes you're giving off right now.
You know what? I'm all right with that. I'm all right with that. You know what? I needed a haircut. Times are a little bit harder right now, which is financially, with everything going up.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt like every time I got a haircut, I was like pretending like I wasn't going bald.
Gotcha.
I was like, you know what? Let me just shave it.
So you're just embracing it?
I'm just embracing it.
How do you like it?
Yeah. Here, hold on. Let's move the mic for you, buddy.
Oh, you want to get a mic up? Let's see.
You want to have the mic so you can talk on the mic? Look, you can talk into there. No?
No?
You're not going to say hi to everybody? And look, you can.
No, he said no.
You put the headphones on.
He said no.
No? He's going to be shy. Our guest star is going to be shy. Sporting the Charles Xavier look. So Charles Xavier didn't have a beard, I don't think.
He didn't have a beard. He didn't
No.
have a beard. But I think he should, though. Like,
Tia said I couldn't shave both because I look like a human thumb
a human
when I
thumb.
shave both. So
I can see that.
I was going to shave one or the other, and you know what? I hadn't got rid of the double chin. That's why the beard's there.
It's like a perfect disguise, right?
Exactly. So the hair it was. No, I didn't lose a bet. I just kept losing the front of the hair. I was like, you know what?
All right, hold on. I actually have the scoop here, guys. Who took Daddy's hair? People took Daddy's hair?
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh
god!
my God.
Oh my god! You heard it here first on Geek and Game. People took Joe's hair. Who these people are? Later at 10.
We're still looking into it. So I don't have a bunch planned. I did catch up on a lot of shows, and I did go to Comicpalooza. I guess you were there one day.
I was there. I was there both days, but we wound up running into a lot of issues with the booth and how everything wound up being set up and stuff. But
I figured.
Back home to his house.
that takes you back home.
Yeah.
Okay,
So I figured we'd do a little review on Comicpalooza since we were both there.
Yeah, Comicpalooza. Okay.
Fill up,
We can
fill
definitely
up.
talk about a couple
He's
of things.
talking.
Let me see. So we can talk about some stuff for Comicpalooza. Give me one moment, buddy.
Come here, buddy.
Right with you, okay?
Come here.
let me see. So for Comicpalooza, the cosplays, man. Did you check out the cosplays?
Yeah, I actually got lots of photos of cosplays. I haven't posted them yet. I got
You haven't posted them yet?
lots of cosplays.
I wish I took more pictures. That was my biggest.
Did
thing.
you see the Deadpool with the baby legs?
Yes, baby legs Deadpool on the couch.
Yes, and he would take
Yes.
pictures with you on the couch with him.
Yeah.
And man, I regret not getting a picture with him.
Oh man.
There was too big of there was like people lining up.
Oh yeah, people lining up. It was a brilliant cosplay. It was wonderful.
Yes, I really wanted to actually get a. I regret not. That was one of my favorite parts. Was some of the cosplay though.
Some of the cosplay was awesome. I saw a couple of really good conchus.
Okay. Yeah, I saw a couple.
Like a couple of conchus. This really awesome Carnage Hobgoblin.
I don't think I saw that one.
Yeah, he had the Hobgoblin. He had like the whole purple suit and everything going on, and then he had like the flaming pumpkins, like with that like kind of lit up in his hands and stuff. And he took one of those little segways, those little.
No, wait, I did see him.
You did
Yes,
see him,
I
and
did
he
see
turned
him.
the board into the thing to where he.
Yes.
Yeah, that was
one
so
was
awesome.
good.
That was so awesome.
That one was good. Philip, we're talking, buddy. You have to talk in the mic. So, you know what? Did you get to see? He's finally potty trained.
He's potty trained.
He potty trained.
That makes me pee in my pants.
Milk.
He has milk
Gotcha.
to it. Roger, what's going on, buddy? Good to have you on. So, I did like that they added. Did you ever get to see any of the BattleBot wars?
I saw a couple of the like the replays and stuff that they had going on. I wasn't able to catch them live.
I caught one live. That was cool.
That was cool.
Yes,
Yeah.
if you guys BattleBots, it's where it's mainly, I guess, college students and their professor make these robots with blades and flipping pieces, and they fight the robots. There's a whole TV show for it, and they were there on a miniature scale. That was pretty cool. I like the addition of that. They had full armor battles, like knights and everything. I couldn't get a good view of that. I don't think they counted on the popularity of it, and it was just always flooded, so it was very hard to see that.
Yeah.
If you weren't there waiting.
If you weren't there early, you wasn't gonna catch it.
No,
No,
not at
I
all.
get
And
you.
they had a bunch of cars.
Oh yeah. They did have the cars like back at the end.
I felt like the cars though were like spread out a lot just to try to fill up space. Like they couldn't fill up enough space.
Kind of felt like that too. There was a lot of empty space to walk around the cars, but they did have some really cool cars.
There was some
like-
cool ones.
yeah.
Some of them were
Some of them were hit or miss. Like you know
Yeah,
what I
some
mean?
of them
Like,
were really cool.
Either they were really awesome or they were like, eh.
Yeah,
Like that Iron Man car was pretty cool.
and I felt like the show overall, I felt like it just wasn't as organized as years past.
Really? Yeah, I mean, I agree. There was some things that like kind of caught us off guard since we were setting up because the way that everything sounded when we went for setup for the 4 No Resin booth, it made it kind of seem like we were going to be opening Friday and that the dealer's room would be open Friday, but it wasn't. Like the dealer's room was just closed that whole day. So that pretty much was for construction, I guess, and stuff. So I know a lot of people were upset about that. They had a lot of cancellations with guests that were supposed to go. Andy being one of the big ones.
Which they can't help cancellations. I give them a pass on that one.
Yeah, they can't. They're true. They can't help cancellations and stuff. But this
Philip.
this kind of like, I don't know. Like it kind of felt a little weak when it came to the guests that were going to be coming.
The guests felt really weak to me. In
Yeah.
fact, there's another show in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, cost less to get in, and had a ton of like what you would call like superstars, like
Yeah.
grade A or triple A, whatever you want to call it, superstars.
Yeah.
And I didn't feel like anybody on the guest list, including the people that canceled, were necessarily that top tier superstar. So I was disappointed in that. And then like the booth organization altogether.
Happy early birthday, Aaron. We saw that right there. Aaron's birthday.
Very nice. Happy
Yeah.
birthday.
Happy early birthday, buddy.
Like Tia loves the authors, like the true the true books.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
not the comics, but the actual books.
Yeah,
What I
yeah,
would
yeah.
call. And normally they're all in like one section,
Mm-hmm.
and you can visit all their booths. And they didn't seem like maybe as many. And one reason I think though it might felt like it wasn't as many though, because there was never a ton, but they weren't all in one section. They were spread out. The artists seemed to be spread out.
Really spread out.
The
Yeah.
the more custom kind of art stuff was more spread out, and it wasn't as much unique art. Like the booth that you were with, there wasn't as much more of the unique stuff. There was a lot of drawers there.
There
with
was a lot of
prints.
there was a lot of prints.
A lot of prints.
A lot of prints and a lot of a lot of pops actually. I was surprised to see how many vendors they had.
Yeah, there's
selling,
always a
like,
lot of pops.
walls of pops.
I feel like there was actually less this year than last year. I don't know. Did you go last year?
I didn't go last year.
Last year there was just tons of just pops, and
Yeah.
it was like it's everybody just reselling.
Yeah. Also, I wasn't a huge fan of at the back, like back where we were at the booth and stuff. Along that line, they had like the kids section that was like right there, but then like further down, like you're going back towards the cars where the kids section was, they had just random panels.
Yeah, but you didn't see
out
like what
in the middle, and you couldn't see what the panel was for,
when it started.
who the people were, like
No.
yeah. It was
Like-
really weird, and they were all. It seemed like they were competing for who could who you could hear more, because they literally be right next to each other with just two speakers pointed inward in their own little section, but you can hear like 3 panels down of what that dude's saying and everything. It seemed kind of disorganized.
Yeah, like
how that came
I went over
together.
the panels many times going. Sometimes there were people talking, and I couldn't figure out who was talking or what they were necessarily talking about, and for the most part. And then like one was the next panel, like there was nothing saying any kind of schedule
No.
on there. I was like, how are you supposed to know when to show up and if you want to show up?
Yeah.
So I was disappointed in that. Like it was Emily, how's it going?
Hey, Emily.
So to me, now I heard, and I don't know how long ago this happened, but I heard the city took over from the original promoter of the show, and people are saying it's gone downhill since then, and maybe that's it.
I'm not quite sure. I know that there's been a couple of scandals that have happened with Comapalooza. The first one that comes to my mind is when the Sons of Anarchy had came through, and there was payment issues with Comapalooza paying the talent that it came to show. That happened there, and then literally the year after that, there were vendor issues with vendors not getting paid or like taken for their money and everything for spots that they had already reserved.
I wonder if
and
that
everything.
was
I don't know if that's
before or after.
After
You would think
exactly.
it would be before.
You would think.
the city, but maybe that's why they're not getting some of the A-list stars. You know, before the pandemic, you had Daenerys, or the actor,
Emily
Clark.
Emily Clark. Yes.
Yes, I mean especially at that time, the show was still going on.
Amelia.
Amelia
Amelia Clark. Amelia Clark.
She was a big star,
Mm-hmm.
right? Heck, I wouldn't put anybody in it necessarily maybe that same class as her, at least at that moment of time in her career. I don't think she's done much since then. But it just seems ever since then, it's just kind of dropped off. Maybe, but maybe some of those past problems they're rebuilding from.
I hope so. The thing is, I really love having a very good, strong Houston-based convention.
Absolutely.
Especially since before that, Anime Matsuri was the big one, but then that one kind of died down, and Onicon took over after that one. But Onicon has moved out to Galveston, and usually comes out around Halloween time, so it's like a little bit later. So the big Houston convention kind of had a gap until Comapalooza came through. So I want Comapalooza to succeed.
So do I.
I really do.
I want
hate having to
Comapalooza.
go to Dallas every time I want to go to a good convention. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I would love to see Comapalooza be up there with Comic-Con.
Yeah,
you know?
Comic-Con, like South by Southwest, Comic-Con.
I would love it to be a
Akon,
staple.
Fan Expo.
Fan Expo's the big
is
one
another
though.
big one that's in Dallas, but
That's the one that had huge stars
huge stars.
and cost less to get in.
Huge stars, man. Huge stars came
Like,
through there. It's like
Gigantic. Like I think that hurt them too, though.
yeah.
I think a lot of people went to that and didn't go to Comicapalooza because of.
I mean, that guest list didn't really fill out until it filled out like about a week or two before it actually launched, and then a week after the guest list filled, you immediately had cancellations of people. I don't think that hurt your enthusiasm. Like I felt like the hype for this one was definitely undersold. I don't know if it was a marketing issue. Like maybe they
Same
didn't
thing
market
here,
it
Austin.
out enough and generate enough hype for it. Or
Well, I
something.
think they were still trying to get people, and that's why the such a late announcements of some of the people that were coming through.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
But at the end of the day, I'm going to continue to support Comicapalooza
Yeah.
because I want it to be successful.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep going to Comicapalooza.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to keep being a part of Comicapalooza as long as they allow me. Which, to be fair, I got to go to Comicapalooza for free.
Nice.
They gave me media passes because of Geek and Game and our audience. So I want to continue to be part of it. But at the same time, they gave me free passes. I'm not going to BS you guys. I'm going to give you my true feelings on Comicapalooza.
Yeah, definitely. Don't want to overhype it and oversell it. And
absolutely not.
This is a real review that we're giving you guys
Yes,
about our experiences there and everything. And it's not to say that it's all negative, because again, seeing the people turn out was great. There was a lot of people that came, and also it's been a while, because of COVID and different restrictions. It was awesome seeing so many cosplayers back again. That's one of my favorite things about it. I got super hyped because of the project that I was working on for my booth and stuff like that. That got me into that cosplay headset and like mindset. So seeing everyone else in their awesome costumes there, great to see, man. There were so many. There was like a really good Homelander that I saw.
I saw Homelander.
Like Homelander was great. I saw some Starlights.
I saw Starlight. I saw a couple of the whole that whole series was there.
Yeah. The whole series. Yeah. Man, a couple of Scarlet Witches. A lot of really good Scarlet Witches cosplays. Like both her in the Scarlet Witch outfit, and then also her when she took over when she took over 8616 or 81819. I remember the other one, they took over her. She had like the Carrie blood splat through the face and everything. I thought that was awesome and stuff. So.
I got to meet one of the things I really like about any con is the independent artist, which I'm going to do some posts and everything on. I met some really cool independent comic artists. One of them actually did more of a religious kind of comic book, which I thought was different. So I'll be tagging them and sharing some of their stories and everything in the near future on the page. But I really enjoyed talking to some of those I hate to say like struggling artists, but you never know that one of those might be the next Superman, next Spider-Man.
That's the thing. Like one of the things that I've loved the most about other like the streaming service battles is that we've got a lock on where Marvel stuff is going. No matter what, Marvel stuff's going to Disney, right? We got a lock on the DC property stuff. No matter what, it's going to go towards either CW or HBO. They have those on lock. So since those two big, huge titles of Marvel and DC are separate, other really good streaming platforms, they have to go to other comic collections, and this is giving stuff from Dark Horse, Image, Vertigo, Valiant. And I think that's awesome seeing these other comic book that aren't really spoken of in the same levels of Marvel and DC, but their stories are amazing. It's great to see that those stories are now being told.
Absolutely. Did you get to see Ed there, Eek Nation?
I saw him for a moment, but he had like a huge crowd around him.
He did.
I had to get back to the booth, but it was awesome seeing him there. Like,
yeah. He was right on the main aisle and everything.
Right on the main aisle, but I think on like 2700 or something like right around there. Yeah. No, I did peek him, but I didn't get a chance to speak with him. No.
which I did get over to your booth.
Yeah.
You were already gone
Mhm.
by the time I got over there and everything, but got to check out. Got some pictures of the booth and everything. I'm gonna get
Yeah.
that up there and everything. It seemed like though they were a little low on product when I got there. I don't know if there was sales good, sales bad. How was it for you guys?
So we've been hitting cons back to back to back and stuff like that, and we've been trying to replenish that inventory and get
That can
that
get hard.
inventory back up. And so since these products kind of take time, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
especially for them.
And when you guys had a big booth to fill. That was a good sized booth.
Yeah, 10 by 20
Yeah.
space and stuff like that. But we actually did pretty good there. A lot of our products got moved and everything. Had a couple of dice trays, had a couple of our Lucky Cats, which is our brand
Mm-hmm.
that we do. Custom domino sets always are beautiful that we have and stuff. So it was really awesome seeing those.
Absolutely. Well, I got some good pictures of that. I'll make sure to share those. And I think there's an Instagram I can tag. I don't think there's a Facebook.
There's an Instagram now. No Facebook, but there is an Instagram.
I'll make sure to tag it so you guys can check it out. But yeah, the cats were pretty cool. I think Tia was playing with the camera. That's one reason that we couldn't stream last Friday. Is I had the same cameras and stuff that we use for the stream is what I use for Comicapalooza. So
Gotcha.
a lot of this was torn down.
Gotcha.
You got to let Ed know about Nashville.
I want to be Black Noir. Black Noir was so like you said, I caught up on a lot of shows too.
I did.
I finished. I caught up on my Obi-Wans.
All right.
I caught up on my Stranger Things.
I got Stranger Things.
I caught up on the boys.
The boys. I'm all caught up on the boys.
Boys, man.
I'm glad the other episodes weren't like the first episode.
We got close. We kept getting close, man. We kept getting close. I don't think nothing's gonna be worse than that first episode, man.
I wasn't sure. Like after the first episode of the boys of this last season, I was just going. I don't know if I'm gonna watch this season. I had to power through that one.
Yeah, I started to get scared when later on, all the stuff that has ever happened in The Boys, the moment that an episode had a disclaimer about what's about to happen in that episode, I'm like, hold up, wait a minute. Y'all ain't never disclaimed nothing else before, including that first episode. What is about to go down?
You say who would win? Spawn won on that. I think I did listen. Spawn.
There was a who would win with Spawn.
Yeah, I'm a couple episodes behind. And, I haven't really, they haven't been doing the sponsorships, and so I really haven't been listening lately just because of everything going on. I had vacation. For y'all didn't know, I did catch COVID finally after, 2.5 years later.
Yeah, man.
Apparently, COVID's weird because, I wasn't vaccinated for, I don't know, close to 2 years. One of my offices I was in for a week, everybody caught it there, except for me. I wasn't vaccinated. My family caught it. Hugged my kids, held my kids, kissed my, Tia. Couldn't catch it. To the point that we were pretty sure I was immune. I was taking tests.
Yeah.
Every day, every other day.
Negative.
Coming back negative, going, because we figured maybe I was just asymptomatic, but no, I was just negative. I get vaccinated, fully vaccinated to take a cruise that you have to be fully vaccinated to get on the cruise. So I'm on a boat with nothing but fully vaccinated people. I'm fully vaccinated and I catch COVID. So if you haven't caught COVID yet, and you just want to get it out of the way and get the antibodies, what I suggest is go get vaccinated and go take a cruise. Worked for me.
Worked for you. Hey, man. Hey, I also second everyone going to get vaccinated. That is extremely important. I can't tell you what to do, but it does not hurt.
It was just odd. So, but no, me, Philip caught it. Tia's sister caught it.
Yeah.
Luckily now,
it's kind of like the whole thing of with the coin, when you flip. Statistically, there's a 50% chance for it to be heads or tails, but you can flip 10 heads in a row. It's possible.
Yeah.
It just takes one.
It
just takes one.
Luckily for all of us, just like any virus comes out, it downgrades over time. And luckily, I didn't catch the original version. I've got this one. Because a virus doesn't want to kill you. I mean, a virus obviously can kill you. We had millions die from it, right? But-
I think there are a couple of viruses that statistically want to kill you. Yes.
But it does kill you, but a virus needs you to survive.
Yeah.
It needs you to survive. So typically it downgrades. So luckily I caught the downgraded version.
I think it mostly needs you to transfer, not survive. I mean, it's
needs both.
It's a little bit of both. It's a little bit
But
of both.
typically, in general, not all viruses, but in general, normally they downgrade. And luckily, I caught this one versus the first one because Tia was fully vaccinated and she caught the original strand, and she was in and out of going to the hospital.
Yeah.
I got this one. I had one night that I did have chills. I had some bad chills.
Yeah.
And I couldn't breathe out my nostrils. Took some medicine to clear them out. And then after that, it was like allergies.
Yeah.
Thank God I didn't have the one Tia had, because the one Tia had, Jesus, we were scared.
I mean, yeah, no, it affects everyone differently and stuff like that. It's just kind of scary out there. So of course, everyone be safe.
Aaron said he got the shots and got it at the same time as I. I promise, Aaron, I didn't give it to you over the internet. You can't blame me. Did you take a cruise? Just got to know. So, but I did get the time to catch up. I got to finally catch all the latest Marvel movies.
Nice.
So,
nice. So you're all caught up.
I'm all caught up. I got to see I got to see Thor.
Yeah.
I got to see Stranger Thing or Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange.
I got to get both of them. Have you seen Thor? I'm knowing you. You saw it on opening day.
I saw.
So what'd you think? What'd you think?
It's great. Thor was amazing.
Did you really like it?
I loved it.
I didn't love it.
I loved it. Start to finish. It was a fun ride, man.
I thought the second half was better than the first half.
I thought all of it was great.
It was too corny.
Think so too, right?
He
No?
didn't, yeah, he saw
I
it.
think so.
Yeah, I think he slept through most of it.
He slept through most of it.
It was Thor to me was too corny for me. It was
too corny.
It was too corny for me.
What? You didn't like jealous Stormbringer?
No.
Jealous Stormbringer was great. It was like the best part of the movie.
And I don't mind some hilarious, because I originally thought why can't I think of that? The crew he was with at the very beginning.
Guardians.
The Guardians. Originally, I thought when the Guardians were coming out, I thought I was going to enjoy it because it seemed too corny. But I actually loved those movies.
The Guardians movie?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
they're great.
Guardians.
James Gunn, fantastic director.
Great, love those movies. But this, no, I didn't really care for it.
Just didn't care for this one?
I didn't hate it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying don't go watch it. I think you should go watch it.
To
I
me,
don't
this
regret seeing it.
To me, this was better than both Thor Ragnarok and I mean, I hate to say this, but Multiverse of Madness. I had so much more hype for Multiverse of Madness, and that kind of was a letdown for me.
See, I enjoy Multiverse of Madness. I really did.
See,
Except
that's where we're differing.
I
Right
didn't
here.
like the part where Wanda, or Scarlet Witch, just destroys all these, well, most of these top level mutants.
The Illuminati.
The Illuminati within seconds.
Within seconds. Yeah, no. There was a lot of things that I was upset with the decisions because it kind of, to me, it felt like every bit of character development that you gave Wanda in WandaVision was completely thrown to the side. You were, to me, being a person that's just rationally thinking about it, you are a mother that cannot go without her children,
Stan.
and you want to look through the multiverse for your children, and she is a daughter that can't go without her parents, and she's looking for her parents. I feel like that's the best team up that I done seen in quite some time for me. I feel like the whole killing, her motivations were a little weak for me. I get it, but it's more of a thing of. And I guess you could chuck it up to the Darkhold being a corrupting, source and influence on her, but I still felt that was a bit weak.
Well, I get they wanted to show the level of power that Wanda has, right? She's a top level.
Oh yeah,
Omega. I get that. But if you're going to do that with some maybe not so powerful, not so popular characters to kill real quick.
Oh yeah, no.
Like-
It was, I hated the
like
Illuminati
Professor X,
that
really?
was literally brought in as just a. I felt like it was just bait to get you in the movie and just see them.
Yeah.
Because they held no real weight to the story. They held no real power apparently because you had the smartest man in you have the smartest man alive, do the stupidest thing in the entire movie. Like and literally say with one whisper from his mouth, he can. It's like, yeah, why say that?
Yeah.
Why even?
Let me warn you what's
yeah,
gonna happen.
let me warn you what's gonna happen. And the
Don't
whole
seem
thing,
like you're too smart.
the whole thing that kept pissing me off about it was too is that you have these handcuffs that are currently disabling Doctor Strange's power. Any magic wielding person with these handcuffs can no longer use their magic.
Right.
Where were these the entire fight with Wanda?
They only had one set.
Apparently, apparently.
There's only one set.
To
that was
me,
the
it was his
issue.
weakest point. You cannot sit here and tell me that you killed Captain Marvel with a statue falling on top of her after we've seen her fly through spaceships to destroy them and solo Thanos while he had stones. You
Apparently
cannot.
she's like absorbed her power or something. I
don't. I can't. I can't.
Professor X.
Professor X, who is the Omega level mutant when it comes to telepathy and mental manipulation.
Look, we've
not
had-
even a struggle in the mind, like not even
a struggle. Like,
in his, because that's his realm. When he goes into the mind, that's his bread
apparently
and
it's
butter.
not. That one really bothered me because
Yeah.
like we've had arguments here of like he is the top. Like
Yeah.
we've had an argument he can just think you're dead and you're dead.
Yeah,
Right?
he could definitely neutralize you, but you see none of that. You see none of that.
That was painful.
Yeah, no, that was.
Now I have to say,
I will say it was kind of gruesome though, because like if you slow it down, what looks like just a regular like neck snap is actually like the top of his head and the bottom of his head going in different directions, and it's like pretty.
Yeah.
It's pretty brutal. Like
I did enjoy that.
I will say aesthetically, it was cool.
aesthetically
to see.
it was beautiful.
It was cool to see like the horror aspects of it and everything, but it didn't make sense in the story, and it made like you just got rid of all of these awesome people. I kind of saw Captain Carter going down like that. I mean, I felt like even Captain America would not be able to go toe to toe with Wanda. Like that was a given. Like out of everyone, that was the weakest and most understandable death.
Yep.
Like I was like, okay, that one makes sense.
Now, did you watch the series Miss Marvel?
I did watch Miss Marvel.
Now I gotta say so on Miss Marvel. I remember when it was just the trailers came out,
Yeah.
and I automatically said I was like, I don't think I'm gonna like this.
Yep.
Right? It looked like it was gonna be very kiddie-ish, very made for like teeny bop type of show, right? And I have to say I was wrong.
I love to hear it, man.
I have to say I was wrong.
Love to
it
hear it.
was, I think, great.
Yes.
I think it was great.
Fantastic, start
you know,
to finish. I loved everything about it. It was like I love the parents.
Yeah.
The parents were awesome. I love the generational healing that you see through like both her mom with
And
her
the-
mom
and her
then
mom.
her with her mom. I love seeing that. I love seeing this outfit origin story for her.
Yes.
Like I love how every important person in her life kind of gave her a piece of the puzzle.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And it was a wonderful bow that it all wrapped up.
I love I actually enjoyed the seeing another culture, right? It wasn't all like in America or anything.
Yeah.
I enjoyed having another culture superhero and seeing how that works in another culture and everything,
Yeah.
and how that interacts together.
Yeah,
Like it
learning
was
more about another culture
Absolute-
too. I really
Absolutely.
till that show, I did not know much about partition and everything. Like I understood that it was an event that happened, but it made me do some more research into it, and like I like that. You know what I mean? Like just learning more about not only our own history, but just also how. I love the way that the MCU is like weaving certain things like into lore, and I love that whole aspect of like, yeah, these are clandestine people, but like if Thor landed in the middle of Indonesia, he would have been called a Jinn and not a Norse god. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like they're all the same things. It just all depends on where they landed at.
Absolutely.
I thought that was pretty interesting.
No, it was. I have to say, I highly recommend it. I actually enjoyed it more than I enjoyed WandaVision.
More than you enjoyed WandaVision?
But you know what? WandaVision for me was very slow.
I like that. I like the mental, like, what the hell's going on each episode that I got from it.
And usually I do. I usually love a show that I can't just figure out.
Yeah.
And but it seemed to drag to me. So WandaVision's on that where a lot of people WandaVision's probably more towards the top for me. Ooh, you all right, buddy?
There you go.
You okay? That scare you?
Yeah, man. But you got
You're
the
okay.
skills, though. You landed on your feet like a cat.
Ooh. No.
Nuh-uh. Yeah, you did. Oh, you just
No.
trying not to tell people you got superpowers, huh?
Yeah. He's just getting used to him. Can you do the Spider-Man?
Whip.
So but no, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah,
It was one of the better ones to me.
Miss Marvel was great. Looking forward to next month's
She-Hulk?
Yep, looking
She-Hulk?
forward to next month's She-Hulk.
I'm hoping they've fixed up the graphics a little bit more.
We'll see.
I hope so.
We'll see. I'm looking forward. I loved Carol Danvers' new look
Yeah.
at the end. That was that whole little sneak peek thing. I was
Yep.
like, okay, I love this little side hair braid thing you got going on right
Yeah.
there. I'm loving it. I kind of think I know where this is going, but it may not go there. But definitely a whole bunch of stuff just got set up with her. Also,
Absolutely.
the biggest thing that was revealed, the first use of the word mutant in the MCU.
Oh yes, I love
Yeah,
that.
man.
So it is, and I don't know how much of Miss Marvel you know history of, but in the comics, is she considered a mutant?
So this is a thing of real world things affecting comic books, because what wound up happening is that Marvel came out with the Inhumans. Inhumans, they've been around for a while, but they kind of fell to the wayside and lost to the the more popular X-Men. X-Men came more to the forefront, and the movie started becoming very successful. Marvel no longer wanted material written for the X-Men that the people at Fox at that time could use as comic book storylines. So they literally stopped making X-Men comics, and they pushed a more inhuman approach, because how Inhumans got their powers is through something called Terrigen Mist, which you kind of hear in Multiverse of Madness when they're like Blackagar Baltigan, the
I got to get a picture of him.
oh, you got to. Blackagar Boltigan, the protector of the Terrigen Mist, that is what has affected people, and she winds up being one of the people affected by that mist, and that's how she gets her powers in the comics. But if we're being honest, if that were not the push that we're going for, she most definitely would have been a mutant. Like, that was the mutants were the big thing at that time. So I see her being a mutant now just more as a thing of like, yeah, that makes sense with what you're trying to set up already.
Yeah, I love they had at the end the X-Men themes.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, that
I'm
little
like-
that little
I got
chime.
I
Yeah,
got so hyped.
yeah,
I got
yeah,
so
yeah.
hyped when I was
They're
like,
coming. They're coming.
Oh, man.
That's the first official time in our universe that we
Yes.
got mutant.
Yes, cannot wait for that.
Yeah.
Which I caught on to at one point. Her friend was just like, when we were looking at your blood or something, it was like, there's something else there.
Yeah.
The mutant gene. Or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
So I'm super stoked.
Glad they had that payoff for it right
Yes.
there. That was super awesome. I can't wait to see where they're gonna take this, especially because just her team ups. With her, you get her best friend Squirrel Girl that I hope gets eventually introduced. You get Squirrel Girl. the guy Cameron, he becomes more of a hero with like kind of neon powers that he gets and stuff. This is all comic stuff, but she does like team ups with Peter Parker, Miles Morales. She's kind of like your overall like hero that just does a lot of partner stuff. Can't wait to see her being used in not only smaller shows like the eventual Young Avengers, we know
Right.
that's coming, but also bigger level threats because she's a powerhouse, man. I can't wait to see what she can do.
So, and then you got to catch up on Luke, or not Luke. Why can't I ever remember the Star Wars series?
Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan. You got to catch on Obi-Wan.
I got to catch up on Obi-Wan.
What'd you think about Obi-Wan?
That pissed me off.
Really?
Yeah.
Why did it piss you off?
This is the second time you let him go. This is the second time you let him go, man. Are you kidding me? That's so infuriating. The first one, I was like, look, you could have ended it right here, but I get it. The movie had to happen. But you just showed me he let him go twice? Nah, man. I'm not okay with that one. After you've already resigned yourself, that's like, oh, I guess you are no longer Anakin. You are Darth. At that moment, I would have treated you like Darth and just murked you right there. The Star Wars wouldn't have happened.
But don't you think maybe he thought he was dead again?
Nah, man.
Which, granted, like, come on, man. Like,
Unforgivable. You let him go
you've
twice.
you've already walked away once and he wasn't dead, right? Like, make sure you finish the job this time.
Exactly.
Like, you knew it wasn't going to happen. If you've seen all the Star
it was
Wars,
really weird
but like,
seeing so many people get injured by lightsabers and not die. That was weird.
I enjoyed it overall, though.
It was enjoyable, but there's definitely like some hokey parts, like when Leia's running in the very beginning, how they're chasing her. It's kind of like, yo, that is a child. If you don't grab, like,
You really got to work on your cardio.
right, you got to work on that cardio, buddy.
I'm out of shape. I smoke. I haven't ran in like 10 years, and I could have already caught
Right,
her.
you could have like it was like the whole wobble walk that they did and everything. It's like that. These are trained professionals. Like another thing that really tripped me up is that you see Darth Vader when he first see Obi-Wan. You see him use the Force, grab him from that really far distance, hold him up in the air, light fire across the thing, Force pull him into the fire closer towards him, and then extinguish the fire using the Force. Only for that same fire to be reignited and him not be able to grab as they just walk away with Obi-Wan, I guess. I guess that's what happened. I'm like, yo, you stopped fighter ships, bro. You can't tell me they just walked away. You cannot tell me they just walked away. That was a little weird to me too. Also, my favorite part of the thing, ever since it was pointed out, I can't unsee it. When they're at that gate, when they can't pass through, you know what I mean? They're at the checkpoint, and he like gets the drop on him and does all the blaster stuff. Okay, this gate is from here to here, but there's a whole bunch of space around where they could just walk around the gate. He walks to the end of the gate to try to press the button to undo it. Boy, if you don't take your there's a lot of that in this show.
Yes.
Overall,
It was
it
enjoyable.
was better than the last three.
It was enjoyable, but it had some holes in it.
It had some big holes. It had big,
But you know, at the
baby
end of
holes.
the day, it's like I was just excited because it was Star Wars, right?
I was excited because of Star Wars. I was excited for more lightsabers.
Yeah.
It was a little slow on the lightsaber for me in the beginning because I was like, I did not sign up for this. Like, if I wanted to not see lightsabers, I watched The Mandalorian and actually get more lightsabers. But like, it finally picked up. It was great seeing Ewan McGregor again.
Mm-hmm.
Like, loved him as Obi-Wan. He looks great.
Yeah, did a great job.
So he was great. Stranger Things. What did you think about that? Oh boy.
Man, I thought it was great
Okay.
throughout the series.
Okay. Here we go.
The end.
The end. That's it.
The end. I fucking hated the end
Why?
because it like just left this big old fucking hole that I have to wait another year or 2 years.
Oh, you don't like that torture, do you?
No, like
left
you
so
could've-
many unanswered questions.
You didn't have to open up something else already. Like,
Yeah.
just end it. Like, just in case something
No.
happens, that it can end on a good note. No, now
Nope.
it's like,
There's no happy ending for anyone.
yeah, I was like, you got to be kidding me. It was like, is there a part 3 that's coming out in 3 weeks? Like,
No.
what the hell?
Gotta give them 2-3
Like,
years.
oh
2-3
God!
years,
Like
man.
the end drove, like the end pissed me off.
Then
Like,
pissed me
right?
off.
It pissed me off.
My biggest upset, they finally, when you're looking at like your D&D classes and stuff like that, there's like archetypes and stuff like
Mhm.
that. So it's very D&D themed throughout the whole series.
Right.
So it was awesome seeing them finally get a bard this season
Right.
with Eddie.
Uh-huh.
They didn't have to do my boy like that, man. They didn't have to send him out like that.
I tell you what, like everybody was upset about that one.
Yeah, man.
And like to me, like
He was great.
I enjoyed the character, but like when they were talking about before even it came out, like major characters are going to die and everything. I'm like, okay, like he was major for,
He was major for
This
this
season?
Yeah.
but it wasn't like 11 died, okay, or
Yeah.
or one of the original cast.
Yeah,
died.
Mike didn't die.
Yeah,
or,
like-
or Will or anything else like that. Yeah. No. I mean,
Austin, just wait on the final episode. Just wait on the final episode and watch it with the new season. That's what
or
I
you
say.
could join us in theories about Eddie being back in next season. Okay, Stan, I got one too. Stan, I got a theory too. It's D&D related, and it could be awesome. Stan, are you thinking what I'm thinking? Vecna's right hand, Strahd, right? Are we speaking? Are we talking about Strahd, Stan? Cause that's what I'm thinking. Are we? Yeah, baby, that's what I'm talking about, Stan. Yes. Okay, that's my whole. I don't want to overhype myself, but that's so everything's been D&D related,
Right.
and everything. So we've had the Mind Flayer, we've had the Demogorgon, we've had Vecna, which Vecna is a character in D&D. Now there is a vampire in D&D that's huge, whose name is Strahd. And we just saw him get bit up a whole bunch by vampire vets. We've also realized that Vecna, all that is just a human that just got sent to the Upside Down.
Right.
That plane affected them and morphed how they became. I just hope that's a way that we could possibly get Eddie back, because Eddie was awesome, man. Like that, he was my favorite part of season 4.
You're right. He was sucked in, and he was like, we probably haven't seen who the main person of the Upside Down world really is, right?
I think it's Vecna.
Right? Because one was sucked in and turned into this.
Good old Curse of Strahd. Exactly. Good old Curse of Strahd.
So we're gonna have to wait and see. Like, I'm hoping it comes out like in a year and not like, because how many? Like it was 2
Oh,
years.
you know it's gonna be like 2 years. You know it's
Like,
gonna be
they-
like they're gonna drag out this whole, because it's probably the last season right here.
They
So
said
they're-
it's the last season.
They said it's the last season, so they know that
I don't
it's
think
gonna be either 2 or 3 years, and they're gonna drag it out to either 2 or 3 parts.
See, I don't know if they can do that though, because think about this: like the way they ended it, right? Is like this season they were all much older, right? And they could do that because they didn't end it the way they ended this season.
True.
The way they ended this season is this now a new event is happening immediately.
That wait too long. They're gonna be too old. You
Yeah,
know what?
they're gonna be way too old.
That is a point. That is a good point. And now that I'm thinking about it, I do think that there's a thing where they said that the next season won't be as long as the previous season, just because this season was mostly about establishing characters.
Mhm.
So I think all
Yeah, I've read
establishment.
it wasn't going to be as long.
Yeah, it's all establishment has been done. I think the end is just going to be. It may be
Action-packed
a 6-part. It may be a 6-part, like three at first, and then three to wrap it up. I enjoyed how long they were. Like each episode was like a movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was long. It was long,
Each episode was like a movie. It felt great. Like
especially the second part, right?
yeah, the second part it felt like Vecna felt like a brainchild of Freddy Krueger and what's his name? Freddy Krueger and It.
Yeah,
The It creature, like, and everything, how he would stalk and mess with people and stuff.
It was actually funny. So like me and Tia's nephew was in town, and I'm watching it with him, and like we watched the first two. The second part's only 2 episodes, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, holy crap, that felt like it took forever.
Yeah.
And I was like, I enjoyed it, but I was like, you could tell like they were long episodes.
Yeah.
I was like,
that last episode was 2.5 hours.
okay. I was like, all right, I got to see how long those episodes were and how many more we got, because I had just like, I was tired and it was late at night. I was like, I don't know if I can watch another episode.
Mm-hmm.
So I go on there. I was like, holy crap, that was 2.5 hours. How many episodes are there? I was like, wait a minute, that was the last episode.
Yeah. Yeah.
What the hell? How many people do we have in the group tonight? I didn't see what the high was, Hollis.
Yeah, I saw 15 at one point, I believe.
It's I didn't warn anybody we were going live or anything. I wasn't
Yeah.
sure anybody, who was going to make it and everything. Mike's going to be back next week, so I'll probably start trying to post and everything more this week to get the hype going. Pop who came out of Target, and then after he died, the price jumped up. Jumped up to over $100.
Over 100. Wow, that's crazy. The Dungeons
Hey,
and
Michael.
Dragon Honor Among Thieves trailer. I saw that. It looks kind of hokey. Not gonna lie, but I see that there's a possibility that it could work. So if it's successful, more power to it. I want to see
haven't
D&D
seen
in more than
Live action?
It's live action D&D, man.
Oh, I want to see that.
It
I'll
has
have to look
the dude from
What is it going to stream on?
yeah, I think it's coming to theaters.
Oh, theaters.
Yeah, it's coming to theaters. Yeah. What was
You missed a lot, Mike.
Did you ever see Bridgerton?
I don't think so.
You didn't see Bridgerton? No. Well, the main guy from Bridgerton, the Duke of Ellington. I know this because I saw Bridgerton. It's a good show. You should check it out. The drama. Oh my goodness. But he is playing a paladin. You have Chris Pine. I think that's the Chris that we got in this one. I think so. I could be completely wrong, and it's just some other Chris, or not even a Chris. But
Could be a Sam. Who knows?
Who knows? But he's in it. We have I can't remember her name, but she's Dom's girlfriend in the Fast and the Furious franchise.
Yep.
She's a barbarian that's in it, and it kind of seems like it's going to be a pretty fun, goofy ride, and it's based off of the Honor Among Thieves storyline that's in D&D lore, so it's gonna be great to see. You think it's Pine? I think it's Pine too, Stan. I really do think it's Pine.
I'll have to check that out.
So yeah, that trailer was it's pretty goofy. It's pretty goofy, but it looks good. It looks fun.
All right, guys. Well, that's all I got for tonight. But let everybody know we're back. So I apologize for the long delay.
Yeah, man. Con season's crazy.
Con season, like I said, man, I just had so much going on at once, between vacation to getting COVID to family then coming into town here, and then Comicapalooza. It was just like one thing after another.
Yeah.
So no giveaway tonight, Aaron. I need to talk to Mike, see what he has coming for giveaways. So, and we didn't hit any high numbers, but I didn't expect to hit any high numbers today. I mean, we're just now getting back, but I'm sure we'll do some stuff for some high numbers next week, as long as I get time to do the posting.
Yeah, man. We still got to play Ninja Turtles, man.
We do. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, we still got to play Ninja Turtles. I feel like that's going to be the one we're going to get Mike to talk on.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the one where we're going to get him right there. We should
Houston. Stan, we're in West Houston, Katy
West
area.
Houston, yeah.
We're waiting on Mike to be able to do that, because that's that gift card's coming from Mike.
So when Mike comes
So,
in,
should be this week.
Oh my gosh,
Good to see you, Emily. And hopefully we'll have some more stuff, and I'll try to plan out some more stuff next week for us.
Yeah, man.
All right, good having you back on the show. Good
being
seeing
back,
you
man.
guys. And I guess we will see you guys on same geek time, same geek place.
Yeah, man. Bye.
Hit the wrong button.